So Kai Stevens, you're running for the British Democrats in the Clacton by-election. What inspired you to run as a candidate and for this party?
So I think this by-election presented a unique opportunity with all the main parties standing down. It felt like there was a good opening to try and promote the message of remigration, which is mainly why I chose to stand. The way the establishment had prompted the election to be was Nigel Farage versus Count Binface, which I just think is completely wrong. Farage called this for a publicity stunt to say, oh, look, I've beaten the establishment. Look, when I was completely unopposed, I got 70% plus votes or whatever. Then when he inevitably gets found guilty, he's forced to call another by-election. They'll just call it would just be the exact same thing. Oh, look, the establishment's going even harder on me. And I think that will be a double-edged sword. It will refine some people's belief in Farage, but I think it's going to put a lot of people off him. It has put a lot of people off him locally, and a lot of these people said that they're going to vote for me instead.
Can you make the positive case as well for why someone should vote for you, rather than just what's wrong with Nigel Farage, what's good about you in the British Democrats?
Yeah, that'd be something good as well, wouldn't it? Our party, the British Democrats, is an explicitly ethno-nationalist party. We're looking to secure the demographic integrity of Britain through sensible policies of remigration. Where we may differ from a party like Restore is that we're more economically left-wing with a lean towards distributism.
And obviously not everybody is a fan of the term ethno-nationalism, not everyone is in favour of those kinds of ideas. What kind of pitch would you make to people who are sceptical or think that those sorts of ideas are perhaps hateful, as they're often called in the press?
So what I say to people on the doors is very simply, right, as our demographics are going down, our democratic power is also going down. If you look at places like London, Burnley, let's go even more specific, Tower Hamlets in Burnley, right? You don't just have the people from minority ethnic backgrounds voting for left-wing parties, they have their own priority groups like Muslim first parties, and these are people who are taking power. Now, because of the demographics of these areas, native Brits will never have political power again unless there was a system of remigration, and I'm personally of a belief that only the native Brits should be served by this country. If anyone else benefits from the policies, good for them. But if we cannot control our own country, then we have no sovereignty, and we are effectively a colonised land.
What has the response to your message been like on doorsteps when you've been having these conversations with people?
Very positive, extremely positive, I would say. There are plenty of people, hundreds of people have said they're going to consider voting for me, hundreds of people have said they would vote for me. It's gone down extremely well, and then amongst people who haven't said they'd vote for me, most of them agree. Vast majority of them agree, but they're going to vote for Farage because they think Farage will, obviously Farage has got a better chance of winning, right? It makes sense. But yeah, broadly people are very much against demographic change, and yeah.
What would you consider to be a good result for you in this election?
If I had 500 votes, I'd be very happy.
And why 500 as a target?
It's what's reasonable within the manpower of my party to achieve. If we have 500 votes, that shows that we've run an effective campaign. We've been mainly targeting specific parts of the Clacton constituency as well, so we've gained a lot of data as to where our support base is. I will say, in terms of some percentages, over 50% of people have either said that we've spoken to have said they're either going to vote for us or consider voting for us. Of course, some people just say that to get you off the doors, but we've taken the time to have quite a lot of long, in-depth conversations with people, and we've actually built, I'd say, quite strong roots in particularly Jaywick.
I have to ask, have you come across people who plan to vote for Count Binface?
I've came across more people who said they were going to vote for me than Count Binface without me talking to them. So, it comes up, but a lot of these people don't know Count Binface is a lefty who used to write for Have I Got News For You, and the average palace and Have I Got News For You think that the people of Jaywick or the people of Clacton are scum. They think they're racist scum. So, yeah, when people find out about that, I'm not too impressed. Binface obviously consolidates the left-wing vote, so yeah, there are going to be a lot of people who vote for Count Binface, but that's because they didn't have other joke party options like the Labour or Green Party to vote for this time.
And one final question, you mentioned Jaywick before. It's obviously quite well known as one of the most deprived areas in the country. What would you do for the most deprived people in the country in areas like Jaywick?
Just serve their interest. They clearly need a constituency MP. So when people talk about Jaywick, what people often forget is genuinely a lovely place. The people here are absolutely lovely. I feel safer here in Jaywick than I do in Norwich, unironically as well. They've been let down. Simple things like some of the roads around here, for example, on the Brooklands or Lotus Way, Belsies Avenue, they're not adopted by the council, and they're left to be neglected and decline because the council just doesn't take the responsibility. I don't know how a reform-dominated county council couldn't do this for the people that need it most. That's something that I would be campaigning for as an MP, and hopefully if we can amass some manpower here, I would like to see the British Democrats campaigning for that outside of election season, because it's something that fundamentally needs to be done to help some of the Brits in this country who need it most. But yeah, a constituency MP pushing for sensible business policies which would allow more tourism trade in Clacton. We want to be bringing the costs of businesses such as pubs, cafes, restaurants, any tourist attractions down so we can employ more young people, because unfortunately families are being broken apart here. You can't find too much work here in the broader Clacton constituency. You have to go to Colchester or to go to London. It's wrong that families are being broken apart because of that. So yeah, focusing on their needs, speaking to the council on their behalf and getting things done for them.
Great, thank you very much, Kai.